I'll try to do a better job on this video of keeping everything in the shot. So I went ahead and put in my letters to let me know that I have enough angles. Just so you know, like as I was trying to figure out what letters to put where, I had to make sure that I can actually solve it and that I'm using all of the requirements in the solving. So again, I know I needed tangent lines. And here are my tangent lines to the circle. I know I needed an inscribed angle. I always love using the inscribed angle and the central angle. I know I needed a polygon with more than 5 sides. I needed parallel lines. And I needed transversals. This would be a transversal, this would be a transversal, this is a transversal, and this is a transversal. Anyways, so this is how I solved it. I put a number that was reasonable here, and then that gives me D and C. So if this is 56, I know that 180 minus 56 is 124, and then I divide that by 2 to get 62. And 62. Well, if this is 76, I know that 180 minus 62 minus 76 is 42. If my inscribed angle is 42, right, I know that my central angle that intercepts the same arc has to be twice that. So this is 84. So there we got that first chunk. Now, these are, I know that I and C are supplementary. So I has to be 180 minus 62, which is 118. I knew that I needed to give one of these angles to make this work, so I had already assigned this 110. Well, if this is 110, F has to be 110. H has to be 180 minus 110, so H is 70. So those are my vertical angles that I needed to use. Remember, with a transversal, I know that this angle and this angle need to be the same. This is called alternate interior. So alternate interior. Well, if that's 110, I can't get this yet, but I can get E, which will then allow me to get G, which will allow me to get N. So, right, this is a quadrilateral. So 360 minus 110 minus 62 minus 62 will get me E, and E is 126. And if E is 126, G is 180 minus 126, which is 54. And then 360 minus 54 minus 70 minus 110 is 126. So that gives me N. So finally, I just got to move over here and get these last couple. So if G is 54, J and G are vertical angles, so J has to be 54. If this is 25, right, this is my transversal. These are still my parallels, so if this is 25, this would be 25, which means K has to be 180 minus 25, which is 155. K and L are vertical angles, so L is 155. Well, now I have all but one of these. So this is my pentagon, so it's 540 minus 115 minus 155 minus 54 minus 118, and that'll give me M, and M is going to be 98. So again, that's how I got all my angles. This would be my rough draft. For my final draft, I would make a couple changes. I would try to neaten up my drawing, and I would also actually bust out the protractor and actually measure my angles and change any that look really unreasonable. Like my A right here that I solved for is 84, but it looks like it could be over 90 or close to 90. I guess 84 and 90 are pretty close, but I don't know. I would measure that one to check because that's one that doesn't necessarily make sense. Please let me know if you have any questions. I hope this helps. All right, have a good night, guys.